We're here at ARC World Forum in Orlando, Florida. I'm pleased to welcome Steve Banker, Research Director, Supply Chain Management of ARC Advisory Group.
Hi, we're very fortunate to have John DeAndrea, Director of Supply Chain Program Management from Dell, here to speak to us today. John, thank you very much for coming in.
It's great to be here.
Well, thank you. I think I'd like to start off by talking a little bit about supply chain risk management. It's become a very hot topic in the last couple of years. What is Dell doing around the topic of supply chain risk management?
Well, Steve, there are actually lots of supply chain risk threats out there today. Everything from malicious software to counterfeit hardware to any number of cybersecurity related threats. These risks have driven everything from mandatory government regulations to industry best practices. And really, every company needs to take a holistic, end-to-end business process view when determining what actions to take to address those risks in their supply chain. At Dell, we've implemented a supply chain risk management process that allows us to continually monitor, assess, and take action against these risks across our entire supply chain process, everything from the earliest stages of our development process through production and even into service and support. This process not only ensures the integrity of our supply chain, but it gives us best practices that we can leverage when working with our manufacturing customers as service providers.
I've also heard that Dell has moved to a segmented approach to supply chain. Would you mind explaining what that is and how Dell's approaching that topic?
Sure. At Dell, we realized that one size really doesn't fit all, that different customers value different things. And our segmented supply chain approach allows us to implement specific capabilities to meet specific customer needs in one portion of our supply chain, while not burdening other portions of our supply chain with additional complexity or cost. We also found that this process benefits us in the area of supply chain integrity. Now, every supply chain has to ensure that the customer gets exactly what they purchased, but some customers have very unique and specific needs in this area, and our segmented supply chain approach allows us to meet those customer needs as well.
What have you learned going through this process?
You know, implementing the segmented supply chain approach at Dell has really highlighted the fact that our company has become much more flexible and more lean. It's allowed us to focus on what customers value and to take the appropriate action at the appropriate place within our supply chain to deliver that value.
Can you give me an example of what you mean, taking the appropriate action at the appropriate time?
Certainly. There's a difference between a consumer customer who's looking to purchase a laptop system for their student and a corporate customer who's looking to purchase equipment for their entire data center. Right? The consumer customer that's purchasing a laptop for their student may choose availability over configurability, whereas our corporate customers may look for things like custom imaging, custom biasing, special labeling, and our supply chains are now designed to deliver that value to those customers without burdening each other's supply chain with additional complexity and cost.
Yeah. Thank you very much for speaking to us today. I feel very fortunate that we had an opportunity to hear what Dell was doing today.
Thank you very much for your time.
This has been John DeAndrea, Director, Global Supply Chain and Fulfillment.